Alright. Now for the news for the 17th of April 2020. Playing 2K, as in the basketball game. Alright, so Phantasy Star 2 Online is our first article. Phantasy Star 2 is similar to Monster Hunter, lobby-based MMO. It's got a lot of legacy. Never came to the West, and now it's coming to the West for people to experience it finally. Yeah, it's interesting they've split up, so Xbox One's coming first and PC later. Again, Japan with PC games and things like that can be a little bit slow just because they aren't quite comfortable with the platform yet. They're getting better. But yeah, if you've never played this IP and you enjoy Monster Hunter style lobbies and stuff like that, or you like anime aesthetic, go check that out. Next we have Sonic the Hedgehog, and the fact that their 2020 panel for SXSW, where they were seeming to planning to do a lot of announcements, is not going to be going ahead. So this was meant to be a big year for Sonic, but unfortunately it seems like we're not going to be hearing much for the Blue Blaze, because they were meant to have monthly announcements. They haven't been happening. There was meant to be a big announcement sometime around this time. Hasn't happened. This panel is now being cancelled, so who knows. It sounded like they were going to do a really big community meetup at some point, and yeah, I don't know. So a bit unfortunate, but we'll see as the year goes on. There's still plenty of digital announcements we'll hear. Alright, so Cooking Mama. So we have an announcement from Planet Entertainment. So this is the publisher for Cooking Mama, and yeah, they are seeming to want to, I guess, hold their ground here and put out a very business aggressive announcement that they are stating there is no active litigation or ruling that will prevent them from publishing the game. Yeah, like this is not great in terms of what they should be having as a statement. So very much we're going to see a legal battle ensue between the publisher and the rights holder, and probably will not be returning to the eShop anytime soon. If you have your physical copy, it might be the only way you can get a hold of it. Because yeah, the like with this game, it turns out that the rights holders were completely unhappy with the quality of the game. The publisher decided to push out the game with the developer, and yeah, that's a big old mess, and it probably will continue for the next few months, so at least. Yeah, I'm good, thanks Rusty, minus the technical foible earlier. What I get for changing things up between streams, and it's all a learning process. I have an animated background though, which is nice now, for both locations. I went and recorded in Monster Hunter, so I think I'm happier with them. Hopefully the lighting's alright, but I do like me some Monster Hunter. I don't know, I've got some notifications apparently in OBS. Hopefully the stream quality is okay. It seemed like there is a bit of delay today, like a real delay, so hopefully that's not anything beyond just something normal with Restream, but I guess we'll see. If it gets really bad, I'll try and see what I can do about it. Alright, Next one is the indie mega booth winding down. So this is a sad one because this is a decently long-running indie company and hoster of events. So indie mega booth will be closing down, and it sounds like they're going to be doing a sale on May 5th with hundreds of games related to their platform. So, yeah. Unfortunately, with indie games, this is a reality. If they can't do their physical presence, it's going to be a interesting time all around. Like, it's every section of every business is going to be affected in different ways. So. And a lot of smaller ones might just have to stop for a period. Alright, moving on. This was a weird one. If you like Tamagotchis and Neon Genesis, you can get Tamagotchi Neon Genesis. They are pretty weird. I got some designs here, like they are proper Tamagotchis, and I don't know how easily they are sellable outside of Japan, but I would imagine you would be able to get it through a lot of Japanese export stores. Yeah. Moving on. I saw this one and more other details related to this Bloomberg article, but Nibble's got a good breakdown. Go follow Nibble if you haven't. Nibble and Wario64, both of them fantastic for just getting news. According to Bloomberg report, fewer PS5 units are available at launch than PS4s in 2013. Oh, that'll be interesting. I wonder whether or not that's to do with production stuff. 2, the console will very likely to sell for $500 to $550 American, so that'll probably be about $650 in Australia, which is a pretty pricey for a console. I would pay that price either way because I generally get the consoles on release, but that might slow people down getting the console for sure, especially when Nintendo's got such a competitive price right now. Sony might forgo a press conference to announce the release date due to COVID-19. This is a weird one. That's probably the weirdest part of all of this is the next generation is coming up. And if they're deciding to hold back anymore, like, I don't know what the heck devs are going to do. Devs are just going to have to start announcing games, even though they haven't got, like, a release date and stuff like that for the consoles. Because, like, they can't just keep sitting on their hands forever, like, but we'll see. Another one, another one from Nibble as well. Crysis Remastered got confirmed. So, all you youngins, Crysis was considered the peak of visuals and physics, and like it was extremely tech heavy. So a game that became a bit of a meme in terms of if can it run Crysis though. So it was your console, was your PC able to run Crysis though? And apparently the Nintendo Switch can run Crysis, though it's the remastered one, so I'd imagine a bit of the code's been rejiggered and probably some improvements in terms of platformy stuff and the fact that our internal hardware parts do talk to each other now is much better than back then. So hopefully we have an announcement on its release date soon. I don't know if I saw an announcement date per se yet, but yeah. Yeah, Nibble says he really wants to see the Switch versions. It'll be curious as to what the heck that will be. Okay, so I will cover this one. This is a bit of a sad piece of news. So this is the passing of Keiji Fujiwara, who was quite young when he died. He passed away from cancer. A lot of people will know his voice from a lot of roles if you follow any Japanese media. He was quite prolific in what roles he did do. Like some people have got some examples here. Is Maze Hughes from FMA. He played there's a huge list. He's played so many characters. What's unfortunate about this is he's played a lot of sort of Final Fantasy roles, but particularly he Reno in FF7 remake. And so a lot of people that will be playing the game right now in Japanese will be hearing likely one of the last roles he will have released for the public. Yeah. It's a sad thing to happen, but he did a lot of good work. Alright. Moving on now to Jump Force making an announcement. So, Jump Force. Really not a fan of this game. I was a bit disappointed in people and just how much money got put into buying it. Did not look like it was worth the amount of money that people were putting into it. But it earned enough that they decided to finally make DLC characters, because they did do a season pass and then just a massive gap with no news, no nothing. And they've released the first announcement for the first DLC character, which is Todoroki from Boku no Hero, and he will be a part of a character pass too. I personally don't think that people should be giving really much more money to this, because from what I've heard, this game plays bad. It is extremely poorly optimized. It's just a poor Shonen Jump game, and these things just keep coming out. So as long as people keep just giving money to IPs just because they've got like Hunter, Boku no Hero and Bleach or Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, like, yeah, be a smart consumer. Hold off. Be patient. Go play the good ones that have these characters in. There are good versions of these characters in games. Go try and play them, or just go read the manga and watch the anime again. All right, that's my PSA for today. All right. This one is bigger news. So, due to Germany's nationwide event ban, Gamescom 2020 is cancelled. Period. I have read, I don't know if this article covers it, but it will have a digital presence. So all those announcements that were likely to happen in Gamescom will probably still happen in the digital format. Again, it's going to be a very curious year for how announcements, releasements, and all that sort of stuff will be. I'm excited. Gamescom has always been very, very good in terms of announcements, so as long as they're not full-on cancelling, same as E3, I think that they will do okay. Unfortunately, these companies will make less money, is the only thing, and they'll have to refigure themselves out as a business. Right. This is a weird one. I should have done this straight after doing the other Shonen Jump one. Another game that's a weird shonen game that I've heard conflicting things about. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is to add a card game mode. So I didn't play Xenoverse 2 and I didn't play Dragon Ball Heroes, but apparently they have card game modes as well, and people assuming that they will probably very similar to those. They might, I don't even know if it uses the same card game systems, because you can actually get, there's a TCG for Dragon Ball Z you can play in Japan. I don't know if it really came to the West so much, but yeah, I don't know who wanted this. I but it's coming as a free major update. All right. Oh, I did actually get this. I kind of want to watch this. Yeah, all right. Maybe I might watch this quickly because I haven't seen this yet. This only released recently. So, put the desktop music on. It looks like Crisis, that's for sure. Okay. That's what it was. Let's have a look at that model. I just kind of want to see, does it look really any better? It looks like Crisis. Kind of looks like the model detail has been increased. A little bit smoother. Yeah, I mean, Crisis is a hard game to judge in terms of like the differences because it was already a good-looking game, like a really, really good-looking game. So, yeah, it holds its age well, I would say. All right, this one is for fans of Minecraft, I would say, because Hypixel. People probably have encountered their work over the years of their team's modding work for Minecraft. They ended up creating a small games company and created a Minecraft-like game. Hytale. I don't know if that Hytale actually released. Let's have a look-see. I can't remember if it did. Oh no. Initial release date 2021. So, don't know if that means that they were looking for support, but they have been purchased by Riot, of all companies. Riot trying to really make their mark now after biding their time for so long with just League of Legends. Various games have been made by them now, or being made by them, and they're in-house. But Riot now seems to be moving in on becoming a going to assume publisher. They might just absorb Hypixel, but I would be surprised if this project would like fall apart. I feel like they're going to gain the support of them. This game has a high chance of doing quite well, so yeah, so Hypixel is aiming for 2021 for the release of their game, so the game seems to still be in development then, even after that statement. So. Alright, next we have Jason Schreier is leaving Kotaku. So, this is a funny piece of news to talk about just because it is talking about a games journalist rather than the games industry itself. So, Jason Schreier, very likely you've heard his name. He's broken some really big stories. He's very influential. Yeah, looks like he's finally moving on from Kotaku, which is possibly for the best because of sounds like a lot of unhappy management stuff over the past years because of the change in hand in company, how they're restructured, the downsizing of different departments. So he has written for various different publications, including like New York Times and the Washington. So they're a bit more like, I would say, reputable, normal news outlets. But specifically, he still did games articles. But it's possible that he might just go solo. He has a lot of choice right now, and that's an interesting thing for a games journalist to have. So, I guess good work to him and good luck. And that will be all the news for today. So, hopefully we see just some more news stream just in consistently like this, because it makes my job easier. Those 2 days of news is a good amount, I feel like. But yeah, being we're halfway through April now, I can imagine it slowdowns will start to increase here. Oh.